Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Today I want to talk about three things. Gluing the position together with certain moves. I want to talk about sharpness. And also I want to talk about what this guy was chatting. He said, "You got so lucky, punk." And I was annoyed to such an extent that here I am making a YouTube video about it. Because actually, I wasn't lucky. I got 83% accuracy. This guy got 63. So, proving my case here. So this game was sharp, guys. Sharpness in chess is where there are only a few moves you can make, and if you deviate from these few strict moves, you're probably going to lose the game. Not like, it's the opposite of a slow positional maneuvering struggle. It's very like, tss. So, we get an advanced French defense. I'm building at the center. Queen reinforcing the center. And at this point, I'll be honest, I was plugging my laptop charger in and I just hung a pawn. Guys, if you hang a pawn, just realize you probably not lost a point of material. You've probably lost like half a point. Like here, the eval bar doesn't really change that much. Like, it goes down a little bit, but it gives you open lines to attack, guys. So always keep fighting. I see in my sub battles, there's some people who resign after losing a pawn, and it's just silly. Like, now at this point, not because I lost a pawn, but because I played a bad couple of moves here. Allowing this lock on the position was just really bad for white. And it's actually saying I should sack the bishop for two pawns here. Which actually, yeah, looks to open things up for me. But anyway, we maneuver around. They kick me. They go for this check, but I can just block and save the knight here. And this is where it gets super crazy, this game, guys. So here I'm setting up an alignment issue with the queen, so I'm threatening to do this, hit the queen, and then this, fork the king and rook, and just win. And here, this is just a gorgeous move, guys. It hits the queen, and there's no way they can get back and stop, again, this fork of the king and rook. So they're a bit desperate at this point, and they throw in this move. Now here I think that if I take, I'm going to get this. And I don't realize that I can actually reinforce this knight. This is best, guys. So if they come in with check, I can actually reinforce the knight here. And even though they take, I can go like this. I think this is the best move. Sorry, it's not. Sorry. Check first. And then it's this. You get this pin idea. So saying the best move is this. And then we get this pin and we win the piece back with the queen and bishop working together. But I did not calculate all that, guys. I just thought it was an interesting little note. In my head, they were going to win my knight, and I wanted my knight on the board for this fork idea. So I put the king here so they couldn't come in with check. And I calculated if this check, I don't care. I just take the piece. I'm hitting the queen. I'm threatening this. So this is sharpness, guys. I try and throw in this sneaky in-between move hitting the queen. But I think the queen can come out. Was it? Queen can come here. And then I come in with check. But then the queen holds the bishop together. That's the idea. So this was a bad idea. So I come in with check. Just dislodging the king. And the king doesn't really have many squares at all. In fact, it's stuck. One move, if I could just get the knight here, that would be mate. Obviously, if the pawn wasn't there. So they come out, hit my bishop. I just slide back. And here, I thought this sack was a beautiful move, guys. I don't get it. It leads to a totally fine position for me if we're just playing the best moves here on the side. I think this position's pretty good for me. But the engine likes a different line better. So instead of the sack, I should have gone for this and just slowly built the attack. But I just saw their king there, and I just wanted to smash things open, guys. I thought I was good. I thought this was just going to be devastating with the queen coming in. So this is where I want to talk about glue a little bit, coming up in a second. So I think that if I take here, I can push this pawn and maybe win a knight. But the thing is, this actually allows the rook back into the game, guys. This bishop here was awful probably not even a 3-point bishop, like a minus 1-point bishop, because all it's doing is stopping the rook coming in and hitting my king and my queen, and it's an awful piece. So I take it, and it's probably helps their position out. Now I start attacking the knight, not seeing this idea. Winning my rook. I get the knight as compensation. Here I still fancy my chances, even though I'm down by a queen. And right, this is what I like to call an umbrella pawn, guys. It's one of my pawns, but it's holding their king's position together. It's stopping my queen having X-ray vision on their king. So I get all sorts of nastiness now. And I play this expecting this, because I knew this wasn't working, because if here we go check and win the rook after queen recaptures, that's what I calculated. Here I want to talk about glue, guys. So they're recommending this move. So I calculated this as happened in the game. This, and I take the rook, right? But this is such a beautiful move, which delays capturing the bishop, but still wins the bishop. It holds everything together, and there's too much pressure on the bishop. And if check, king just takes the bishop, and black is completely won. But as happens in the game, guys, queen takes, which is very natural, you know, recapturing the piece. And then after check, I eventually block with his bishop, and my king's actually pretty safe right now. Maybe here. Could they have gone for like a repetition, actually? Maybe no, sorry. Queen's covering this square. So yeah, my king is completely safe. So now it's my turn to start checking, guys. And I'm trying to like win pawns and just annoy him. And right, so this is what endgames are all about, guys. It's not about like calculating when you've just got a king and pawn. It's about in the middle game knowing when to go into the end game. So I calculate that after takes, my bishop is holding everything together with this pawn, and I can just sack the bishop and push this pawn up the board. And that's exactly what happens, guys. So if you learned anything about sharpness or gluing the position, like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, guys. And yeah, hope that helps. See you next time. Cheers.